Welcome. In this video, can Zbcn coin increase by 50%? We will analyze it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and please watch to the end to understand. One of the notable structures in the chart is the cup and handle pattern, known as a strong bullish signal among classic formations. In technical analysis, this pattern is considered a precursor of long-term price reversals and serves as a powerful guide for investors. The current structure forming on the chart represents a significant example of this strong pattern. It appears that after forming a broad and rounded cup, the price is now attempting to build the handle portion through a short-term consolidation phase. This is a technically healthy and promising process in terms of completing the formation. The cup typically forms during a recovery period following a decline. During this time, the market gradually regains lost confidence, and prices recover step by step. The more symmetrical the shape and the more consistent the depth of the cup, the more reliable the pattern becomes. Looking at the current cup structure on the chart, we can see that the price has undergone a balanced and high-volume recovery after the drop. This indicates that the formation is developing in a healthy manner and is being built on a technically solid foundation. Now, the second and final part of the cup and handle pattern, the handle, is in the process of forming. The handle typically appears as a smaller pullback or a horizontal consolidation area. During this phase, investors take profits while also beginning to evaluate new buying opportunities. This often results in low-volume sideways price movement within the handle. However, this does not mean the pattern has failed. On the contrary, this period serves as a phase of accumulation and helps strengthen the breakout that may follow. After the handle completes, the price usually moves toward the resistance area that marks the top of the pattern. If this resistance zone is broken with strong volume, the so-called pattern target in technical analysis becomes active. This target typically projects an upward movement equal to the depth of the cup. Given the current cup depth on the chart, the potential post-breakout rise could reach quite meaningful levels. This presents a significant profit opportunity for investors in the medium to long term. On the other hand, cup and handle patterns are not limited to price targets. They also reflect market psychology. The cup represents a period of investor indecision, while the handle signifies the patiently awaited buying opportunity. Therefore, once the pattern completes, it creates a support level that is strong both technically and psychologically. This helps fuel the upward momentum in price. The success of this pattern will be further reinforced by a breakout above the resistance area. After such a breakout, the price may gain momentum rapidly, and with strong buyer interest, the pattern targets could be tested in a short period. Additionally, the fact that the price respects support levels during the formation and does not experience aggressive selling pressure in the handle portion increases the technical validity of the structure. Being part of such a setup is considered a high potential opportunity for investors from a technical standpoint. In conclusion, the cup and handle pattern currently presents a strong and promising structure in terms of both form and technical indicators. During the handle formation, the price's steady preservation of support levels increases the likelihood of successful completion. If the upper resistance line is broken with volume, a price increase equal to the depth of the cup becomes a reasonable technical expectation. In this context, investors would do well to closely monitor this setup and consider the possibility that, following a breakout, the price could quickly move toward the pattern's targets. But, of course, we can't base our analysis solely on patterns. So let's take a look at some other metrics. Stay tuned. When we closely examine the chart, we can see that the price movement is progressing with a very regular and healthy structure. This structure represents a rising channel pattern, a classic formation in technical analysis that investors often rely on for directional guidance. This pattern indicates that the price is moving upward within a defined trend channel. Currently, the price action continues within this rising channel, and the overall situation presents promising signals from a technical perspective. The rising channel is defined by two parallel trend lines that form the upper and lower bounds. The lower band acts as a support zone, and when the price touches this line, buying pressure typically emerges. The upper band serves as a resistance zone, and when the price nears this level, it may encounter profit-taking. However, the most favorable aspect of this pattern is that the price continues to make higher lows and higher highs, which technically confirms the continuation of the uptrend. At present, the price is situated between the lower band and the midline of the rising channel. Movements in this area are often interpreted as a phase of equilibrium and directional assessment. If the price experiences a minor downward correction toward the lower band, there is a high probability of finding support at that level. This zone stands out as both the lower boundary of the structure and an important support area that has proven itself multiple times in the past. A touch of this level is often perceived positively by the market, as investors tend to see such lower band zones as buying opportunities. Should the price bounce back upward from this potential pullback, the first target would typically be the channel's midline. While the midline may act as temporary resistance, it is often observed that with strong buying volume, the price can climb toward the upper band of the channel with relative ease. In this sense, the current price level is quite strategic. It's positioned at a point where the downside risk is limited due to proximity to support, while the upside potential remains wide open. Another commonly seen and positively interpreted characteristic of rising channels is the zigzag motion of the price within the channel. This zigzag pattern indicates a balanced positioning of buyers and sellers in the market, which is one of the key signs supporting the sustainability of the trend. In other words, this suggests that the uptrend is not just a short-term reaction, but part of a systematic trend. Looking at the chart from a broader time frame, it's clear that this rising channel has been intact for a long time, and the price has made an effort to stay within it. This is another factor that builds investor confidence. Trend channels that have been respected over extended periods are taken more seriously by market participants. And as long as the price remains within this structure, the continuation of the trend is expected. Maintaining price movement within this channel also implies the potential testing of higher levels in the medium to long term. In particular, the lower band of the rising channel can be considered a buy zone during potential pullbacks. Price movements that touch this region are often met with strong buy orders, which can lead to sudden and sharp upward reactions. If the price begins to bounce from this support, it is likely to first move toward the midline and then toward the upper boundary of the channel. Such a scenario reflects a highly favorable outlook from a technical analysis perspective. In conclusion, the current price movement is progressing within a strong and orderly rising channel formation. While there is a possibility that the price may approach the lower band of this channel, this area should be viewed positively as it forms a solid support zone. In the event of a touch, it is highly likely that the price will regain momentum and move first toward the midline, then toward the upper band of the channel. MACD, the moving average convergence divergence indicator, plays a critical role for traders in the world of technical analysis. It provides invaluable information, especially in terms of measuring the momentum of price movements, predicting trend reversals, and interpreting the intrinsic strength of the market. Looking at the current chart view, there is noticeable movement in the MACD indicator in the lower zone, that is just below or near the zero line. This signals a promising and potential development for investors. The most obvious positive sign on the indicator is the upward intersection of the MACD line and the signal line. This intersection is often considered a harbinger of trend changes. This is especially the case if this crossover occurs in the lower zones, that is in areas where bearish pressure is effective. This is because positive crossovers in such areas are often interpreted as the start of a new bullish momentum. The current outlook can be seen in this context. MACD indicator crosses are important. Yes, friends, I hope you liked the video. If you subscribe to my channel and like the video, more videos will be coming. Be careful in your investments, analyze the risks correctly, and always take strategic steps. I will be with you with different analyses, investment opportunities, and technical information in my videos. I wish you all a lot of profit. See you soon.